Hey there, my name is Rodney and this is the MacBite Show. I'm really glad you found us. So, a little story about what we're going to be doing on this channel is my intention is this will be an Apple focused, basically tech show, weekly show, an update of all things Apple, all things of the fruit company, iPhones, iPads, iMacs, all the software, all that good stuff. And a little explanation, I apologize if I'm hard to understand sometimes. My speech, I do have a script that I've set up to try to keep me guided. My speech is a little goofed up. A couple of years ago, I had a stroke terribly at at just over 30 years old. That's a bad thing to do, people. Take care of yourself. I swear to you, you really got to take care of yourself. It's by the grace of God that I'm even alive. And anyway, I apologize for my disheveled look. I have new glasses that are on order. They should be here in about a week. Anyway, I'm just trying to throw all this together. I'm doing the best I can here. I'm just an Apple lover. I've worked for the Apple company, and I want to bring you Apple news. So let's get to it. With Apple's annual Worldwide Developer Conference, also known as WWDC, coming in just under a week. We're a week away, oh my gosh. Anyway, sorry. I'd like to place my focus on some of the most likely announcements that we can expect to see and hear at the opening keynote, according to the Apple Rumor Factory, all the rumor mills, and whatnot, and some reliable sources that I like to rely on. According to Mark Gurman, one of my personal favorites, he's at Bloomberg. If you've never heard of him, he's a well-known Apple, well, I would call him a leaker, but basically he is really good at getting the information and getting it out into the world. Anyway, Apple is, according to Mark Gurman, Apple is expected to announce its biggest ever software rebranding at WWDC next week. This change is tied to both operating systems, or all the operating systems redesigns. Apple is moving from version numbers to a year numbering system. So think Windows 95, 98, all the Windows 90s. Anyway, so the new operating system will be known this year as iOS 26, iPad OS 26, Mac OS 26, Vision OS 26, and so on. You get it. Since my assumption is the focus is the following year where it gets full year of use is the year that they're going to release the numbers to. So this year will be 26, next year will be 27, and so on. I assume this move is to further unify the Apple ecosystem. Apple seems very focused on uniformity here recently. If you recall, here recently, there was kind of an announcement, more like a leak, about the existence of a new version of Apple's CarPlay known as CarPlay Ultra, following Apple's naming systems and all and whatnot. The initial information indicated one auto manufacturer would be adopting the new feature. That manufacturer is Polestar. I had never heard of them up until this point. But anyway, Polestar is the one guarantee that is adopting this new system. As of Monday, June 2nd, Polestar remains committed to offering CarPlay Ultra in its future electric vehicles. However, they did not indicate how soon they expect to implement the new software system. Other major car manufacturers have not given any indication of plans to offer the new software system. CarPlay Ultra is currently limited to luxury car maker Aston Martin vehicles in the U.S. and Canada. Apple claims that other major manufacturers are working to also offer the new software option in the coming year and later. Polestar was among around a dozen other car manufacturers that Apple had indicated had plans to integrate the new software version of CarPlay. CarPlay Ultra was released last month, basically announced last month, and features integration with the vehicle's instrument cluster up in your dash and all those systems, including your radio and climate controls. And they offer widgets among other manufacturer-specific integrations. We may already know the next name of Mac OS, according to our favorite Apple leak finder, Mark Gurban. We have learned that we can expect the name of the newest Mac OS to be known as Mac OS Tahoe. Mr. Gurban said that would align with Mac OS 26's rumored glass-like design, kind of looking at the glass-like appearance of Lake Tahoe is the assumption that he was implying. Along with more translucent windows buttons and icons and so on. So I guess it's fair to say that this could give us a good idea of what to expect in the UI update. So it's a look into what we can expect. This year's WWDC will fire off with the iconic keynote, just like in previous years, on Monday, June 9th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Keep that part in mind. Pacific time that helps you make sure you watch it at the right time. 2 years ago, I tried to watch it at 10 a.m. Eastern. Turns out I was way early. No worries, though. The keynote will be live streamed on YouTube, just like in recent years. While the key concept of this annual event is Apple's software update, according to recent rumors, we aren't expecting any hardware announcements again. According to Mark Gurman, there's no indications of Apple having any new hardware ready to ship. So that is one key crucial point. Apple likes to have them available to ship at the day of the announcement. And since there's no indications of anything to ship, we can basically guarantee that there's no new hardware coming at this announcement. It also appears that Apple plans to stream its platform's State of the Union, as they are calling it, later in the afternoon on the 9th at 1 p.m. Pacific time. Both of these events will also be streamed on Apple's website. So you can either choose Apple's website or YouTube. If you are one of the lucky few that happen to live near Cupertino, California, WWDC is going on all week from June 9th through the 13th. With the growing list of rumored changes, this year's version of iOS is being compared to iOS 7, with most rumor sites claiming the upcoming version will be bigger than the shocking changes that we experienced with iOS 7. Some consistent rumors have been a more Vision OS-like look, the glassy type of look. Icons on the home screen will be rounded instead of the familiar square with the rounded corners that we're all used to. A new battery management features a set of new battery management features, including a recently rumored addition to the lock screen with a readout of minutes remaining to full charge, along with many other updates to the user interface experience. Apple has released an Apple Music playlist in order to get ready for the biggest Apple developer event of the year, with a new playlist of summer songs, as stated online on social media. I know I butchered that. And finally, today's insane deal of the fruit market is on Amazon of all places. As of today's recording on June 3rd, Amazon is slashing $100 off. I can't do 100 with my hand, sorry. Is slashing $100 off of the Apple Watches Series 10 and SE, both GPS and cellular varieties. So get on there and look it up right away. I'll make sure to put a link down in the comment or in the description also, just to help you out. So anyway, thanks for giving this channel a chance, giving my show a chance. I really appreciate it. I'm going to tell you all these obligatory things that all the YouTubers do. If you don't mind, please give a little tap on the like button. Feel free to subscribe or even hit that bell icon so that you get a notification whenever I post stuff. That way you can stay very up to date on the Apple world. It's always good to know what's going on in the technology and Apple world. Apple specifically. Anyway, thank you for watching this very first episode of the MacBite Show. In case you're curious, the MacBite Show is a play on words, basically because of the logo of the Apple symbol that bite out of the Apple, the MacBite Show. We'll see. My plan is to do this weekly. We'll see you again next week. Until then, stay fruity, my friends.